Good evening. I wonder, can you make ChatGPT using knowledge files read books for you? This is what this video is about, but basically in the last couple of weeks I'm experimenting with all kinds of possible uses for knowledge files and custom GPTs. You can find them here in custom GPT configuration down here, and they are used to give additional information to your bot to use for whatever needs it sees fit. So I have a couple things I've tried. Something works, something doesn't. Like, can it read books? Can you do multiple instructions? Can you use images in your knowledge in any ways together with vision? Uh, can you store and run scripts? And I'm also experimenting with iterative world building using ChatGPT and knowledge files. So these are some things I'm doing, but I want to keep this video short, so this video is about this. Are you interested in this? Subscribe, and you will see my next videos when I put them out. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So recently I wanted to check out a book and thought, and I usually prefer these days to listen and also to make notes on my phone. And idea immediately raced through my mind. What if I just put that book into the knowledge file and ask ChatGPT to read it to me page by page? And well, basically, like, can it read page by page? Can I listen through it on my phone using the text to speech that they added recently? And can I then ask it to make some notes for me in the chat? And can it answer some of the questions if they arise as I'm listening to the book? And the book doesn't like go there. There are some questions it doesn't answer. So can AI help me answer those questions as I'm listening to the book? So this is something I wanted to try. And I did try a couple of weeks ago with the PDF book file, and it didn't work. So today I want to show you what works and what does not work in this case. So let's try. The book I've picked to demonstrate this is called Meditation by Emperor of Rome Marcus Aurelius, very famous philosophical Stoic book. And this is Project Gutenberg. It's public domain, free books. You can just come and download. They are in plain text, in EPUB formats. These are two formats I downloaded to experiment. I also downloaded the version that is in PDF to demonstrate to you how it all works. So let's go back to configuration. So here is configuration for a chatbot. I called it knowledge file tester, tests ways to use knowledge files. Conversation starters will not use. We will not use any web search or DAL image generation or code interpreter in this case. Let's try. I want to start with EPUB, and you will see why soon. So here is EPUB. I'm adding it to the file. Oh, actually they didn't show before, but conversation files can be downloaded when code interpreter is enabled. The following files are only available for code interpreter. Actually, it was not showing me this before. Good that they added this. So if you remember, I disabled code interpreter, but they enabled it. Why? Well, we will see now. Let's add instruction first. So instruction would be, you are helpful assistant reading a book to user page by page. Okay, let's start actually. So read me first page. While it's reading, let's actually open the book itself. Okay, here it is. We are on page 4. So page 1 and second page is empty. Third page contains the Gutenberg information. Okay, so let's see what it read to us. So it tries to read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It runs code interpreter. It tries to use some kind of EPUB thingy, and it doesn't work from the first go, and it did work from the second try. And it did give us the first 1,000 characters, which is title Meditations. Author is let's compare. So where was the book? So let's say first text is, get the project Gutenberg. Okay, so the first text is from the project Gutenberg. Okay, so Project Gutenberg, this ebook is for the use of anyone, anywhere in the United States and most other parts of the world. Okay, so this worked, but it worked through code interpreter. Okay, read me next page. Yeah, their UI is a bit glitchy in the sense that it's is not made to take half of the screen or something. Let's try to fix it. Didn't work. Okay, so read me the next page. And then it again tries to read. Now it's like 1000 to 2000. It actually doesn't work bad. So I guess, yeah, it ended in reading the content and then it continues. One immediate thing that comes to mind is that it's just slow. Also, you have 40 to 50 messages in 3 hours, which also could be slow. We kind of spent 2 for now. But it's not bad. Now, let's take a look at what happens if we disable the code interpreter and try to ask again. Can you read me first page of the book? So now it doesn't know what it's like we are speaking about. Like, what book you have in your files? So basically, as you see, it doesn't see the book anymore. The reason for that is that they do not parse EPUBs when you add them. This is why you need code interpreter to enable and then do it through basically running code, which is slightly slow and is not, and it doesn't work like knowledge. So I could say here like if we go back to book and we go to page, let's go to page number 9, and here we see that Antonius died in year 161. Let's actually ask it, like, when did, according to book, when did die? I wonder what it's gonna do. Pretty possible it's gonna try to pull that information out of this. Okay, I was expecting it to try to answer it itself without checking the book. Now it's doing something. I have no idea. And it doesn't work. Yes, search for tech. Oh, I tried to search. Anyways, it tried something, it didn't work. Tries again. Okay. So it basically tried to search through code. And its answer was that unfortunately I did not find any specific information. So basically, when it comes to EPUBs, conclusion is it's not even using them as knowledge. It cannot search through them, but it can read through them with some trouble, but it can. So let's next try PDF. PDF is something I tried first. Let's disable code interpreter. Here's PDF version. So PDFs are something I tried first, and it was weird, at least for this use case. So I gave up. Now recently I returned to playing around with this and realized something like that it doesn't work for EPUBs. And it works for PDFs also, a little bit in a weird way, because PDFs are not text files. They have structure, layouts, design, sometimes internally sequences, weird, and so on. Let's try. So read me first page of the book. And actually, let's open the PDF version now. So here is PDF version of the book. And it's reading something. First page of the book, The Meditation of Marcus Aurelius, contains general information. So this is actually not what I want to do. It actually summarized or something. It's not what I want. So what I want, and it's actually not the first page either. So let's actually go to here and say that when user asks to read a page, do not comment on it, do not summarize, do not paraphrase. Read user the, no, show user the content of the page as is in your knowledge. Okay, let's try again. Read me first page of the book. Now, not that my expectations were high that something like this would work, but I was curious. Can it actually retrieve knowledge sequentially? Or is it in this retrieval mode just searching? Because expectation is that it's just searching. Again, even though I prompted it not to do it, it's still summarizing. So not very useful in this mode. Okay, so in this sense, Code Interpreter actually reads it better, you could say. Actually, we could maybe try demoing the reading part now while we are here. So I have the app open on my phone, and I will start the audio. Okay, what kind of book do you have, and can you read me the first page? Oh, at least it's not saying that it cannot, so I guess it's doing something.
The book I have is The Meditations of the Emperor Marcus Aurelius Antoninus, translated by Francis Hutcheson and James Moore. This edition includes an introduction and annotations, providing context and insights into both the text and its translation. The book is a classic of Stoic philosophy, reflecting the personal thoughts of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and philosopher. His writings explore various philosophical ideas, particularly those pertaining to Stoicism, and offer guidance on how to live a virtuous, meaningful.
I don't need you to summarize the book. Rather, read me the first page.
Certainly, I'll read the first part of the book directly. Here's the content from the beginning. The Meditations of the Emperor Marcus Aurelius Antoninus. A new translation from the Greek original with a life, notes, and served by the translators Francis Hutcheson and James Moore, Glasgow, printed by Robert Fowlis, and sold by him at the college by Mess, Hamilton and Balfour in Edinburgh, and by Andrew Miller over against Catherine Street in the Strand, London. MD, please let me know if you would like me to continue reading from where this leaves off, or if there's a specific section you're interested in.
Continue. Please continue.
Of course, I'll continue from where we left off. The life of the Emperor Marcus Antoninus.
So yeah, I don't know. Not useful for this kind of thing. Uh, can you find me when his predecessor died? Which year was it? And on which page is the information?
Antoninus Pius, the predecessor of Marcus Aurelius, died in the year 161. This information can be found in the knowledge source I have. Would you like me to read the specific passage where this is mentioned?
Yes.
Here is the passage from the book mentioning the death of Antoninus Pius. He, Marcus Aurelius, succeeded to the empire on the death of his predecessor Antoninus in the year of Christ 161. This information is found on page 17 of the knowledge source I have. Let me know if you want to read more about this or explore another topic.
So I don't see it on page 17. It's kind of interesting. Uh, let's search. In reality, it's on page 40. So upon the death of Pius, the Senate obliged Marcus Aurelius to take upon him the government. So yeah, not very useful for that. Okay, let's go to the next part. Um, I actually wonder. Yeah, so it's kind of tricky. Like, imagine that we enable code interpreter and we then ask it page by page. I think that would work for PDF with correct code. But it would then be able to, through knowledge retrieval, check if some information is there. Maybe it could then give it as is and then search. So probably I need to do more experimentation. I don't want to make this video too long. If this works, I will follow up with another video. So, but basically for PDFs, it works a little bit weird, probably because structure of PDF is slightly weird. I also downloaded it as text to compare. Let's try that. So it's uploading the file. It's there. Okay, so can you read me first page of the book you have? Okay, it's doing something. Let's, in meantime, open the text file so that we can compare. So it's reading me that the project Gutenberg ebook implementation, let's check. It's actually correct now. And that's actually mirrors my experience so far. When it comes to text files, it actually works better with them. Um, continue. Just give me text. Text of the book you have. Do not comment. Interesting that it ignores instruction where I said to it, like, give me just when I want you to read pages, give them as is, do not comment, paraphrase, or summarize. And it still, like, starts with a comment and ends with a comment. Continuing from when I left off. Again, commenting. And it still again fails because that's not where it stopped. It stopped here. Continuation would be this. What it does is, like, Hippocrates, after curing many diseases, himself fell sick and died. Where the hell is that? Right. Okay. And I can't even find such a block. Okay, let's try just Hippocrates. Okay, Hippocrates, let's compare. Here is the text. Ah, yeah. So Hippocrates, having cured many sicknesses, fell sick himself and died. After, so it paraphrased. Uh, the Chaldeans foretold the deaths of many. The Chaldeans and Aristologians having foretold the deaths of divers. What? So basically, it made by now 3 mistakes. I did like that it at the start read like this was actually the start of the book, but when I asked it to continue, it didn't actually continue. And even when it reads stuff, it paraphrases and changes it. So I don't know. This knowledge retrieval for now feels very random. And well, that's where it is. So can you get them page by page? No. Can you listen to the book? Hard. Can you make notes in the chat? Well, I would probably say yes. And can you discuss and research with AI on the topic? We actually didn't test that. Let's try it quickly. So when, according to the book, did let's check the book again. So when, according to the book, did die, and what was the cause of death? So let's see what it says here. I did check before that I don't think that book mentioned cause of death. It does mention the year, we just checked. So Antonius died and Marcus assumed the imperial state. Anything else about him? Anyways, I did check before that book doesn't mention his cause of death. Let's see what ChatGPT answers. According to the book, meditation, which is correct, okay, not bad. The cause of death is not specific in this part of the text. Also correct. But I can ask follow-up question. Look, do you know cause of death yourself, not from the book? So, okay, died in one is generally believed to have died of natural causes. Historical account suggests that he died peacefully in his sleep in his estate at Lorium Etruria. So, this question is yes, you can discuss and learn more about the book if this part worked, but they don't. Probably could try to integrate ChatGPT with some kind of book reading application that can actually also do text to speech. So text to speech should not be actually happening through the knowledge files and retrieval. But that's where we are. In my conclusions, I don't think it really works with EPUB. It works a little bit weird with PDF. It works, well, actually, I would probably correct. It doesn't work pretty well. It works slightly better with text files. I would probably, for this kind of use case, integrate it with something that reads and puts stuff into the context, and then we can discuss with the AI and make notes. But probably itself, it's not good reader. It doesn't understand what it means to continue reading. It paraphrases, comments, and, well, does wrong stuff. You could be curious to actually try and use code interpreter and knowledge together. For example, like you could say that follow-up question to check is, can you use code interpreter and retrieval together to find correct page? Uh, let's maybe actually try it quickly. So for that, we will need to put back the PDF because PDF is paged and it's used both by knowledge and code interpreter. And now let's go here and ask again, according to book you have, when did die? Give me exact text. I want you next to use code interpreter to find page on which above fact is in the PDF book. So it's searching knowledge. Okay, that is what we wanted. Analyzing. Didn't work. But what did it even try? So what? No idea what's tried. Okay, let's try regenerate. Okay, searching knowledge again. Not very stable. Analyzing now. Okay, what is does in analyzing? Okay, loading the file, searching for text upon the death of Antonius Pius. Okay, that actually looks promising. And the result is -1. Okay, it gives me the information. It died in, or I wasn't able to determine the exact page. Again, knowledge itself cannot tell you which page the knowledge is on, and even combining it with code interpreter didn't work immediately. Well, we didn't achieve our result fast. I still wonder if I make better prompts or code for it to do this, can it do this? But currently no. So I don't know, not very useful in this area on itself. Requires a lot of additional work to make this kind of use case work. That's where we are. So I hope you did like the content, and I hope you subscribe for follow-up stuff. I actually even made a music with AI to ask you to subscribe, like, and comment.
Hey there, my friends, I'm reaching out to you. I've got a message that I hope gets through. YouTube creator with a plea so true. If you liked what you saw, here's what you can do. Subscribe, like, and comment, show your love. A simple click, it means the world. Rise above. Join the community, let's rock this groove. Subscribe, like, and comment, that's all I ask of you.
Yep, that's all I ask of you. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you next time.